Hello, my name is Sekit, and we are playing Enigmatica 6. So I gotta apologize. I realize I recorded half of an episode cleaning out a dungeon, one of those big dungeon crawl things, and put in the wrong folder. And didn't post it. It's just dungeon crawl stuff. The only other thing we really did was make these elevator blocks over here and disguise them. Just ender pearl and some white wool. And then you can disguise them by right-clicking them with a block. They will transport you through solid blocks. And it's, whoops. Here we go. And it's what we're using to get up and down from the lab. Now, what I want to do today is get into refined storage. I'd like to get some auto-crafting set up as soon as we can. We're going to need to power a refined storage system. So we'll make some more of these cables. I'm sure there'll be plenty. Now the first thing that the quest line wants us to do, and we'll just follow it along, is make some quartz enriched iron. Just like that. And that will give us a little bit of slime, a little bit of string, and the wrench from the mod. Next thing it wants us to do is make processors. We're gonna need a bunch of all of these. So let's see what it's gonna take. We'll have to make the raw basics. Okay, so we're gonna need silicon, which is smelted nether quartz, and we're gonna need these processor bindings, which is slime and string. So we'll go ahead and smelt ourselves up some nether quartz. And I think we can make a few more. How's our strings? We got plenty of string. We'll just make ourselves a good amount of these processor bindings. We will certainly go through them. So let's see, the raw basic, we'll need silicon, redstone, and iron. That doesn't look very hard. Quartz enriched iron, it's probably quartz enriched iron, isn't it? No, it's just regular iron, okay. Now you make these raw processors and then you smelt them. Okay, so we got gold and redstone, diamond and redstone. Not too tough. And we'll just get these in line to be smelted. Meanwhile, I think we're gonna be about running some power to where we want to go. Where do we want to go? How do we want to do it? All excellent questions. I think what we're going to do is run some cable out to here. And we'll have a lot of it right here. Everything should be smelted up. There's the quest. More quartz enriched iron. Okay, disks and drives. I would really like to make the controller. We can't really do anything until we've made the controller. So let's see. We need quartz enriched iron. We need a machine casing, which is just iron and stone. I'll go ahead and do the disk drive stuff at the same time. Why not? Where is the drive? It's got to be here. So I see the drive manipulator. Oh, for a slightly larger GUI. Okay, that too uses a machine casing, so that's good. Just go ahead and make that. 2 machine casings. Very nice. So what, a chest and some quartz enriched iron? Easy enough. Go ahead and craft the disk drive. What about the controller? Is that also going to take quartz enriched iron? Here it is. It's going to take another advanced processor. So let's get another one of those cooking up. Okay. 1 controller. And does it care what size disk it doesn't care what size disk we make. 1K would be simplest to start with. Okay, we just need some glass. Let's get some glass. So we'll just start. So the conceit of the mod is that it takes physical items, turns them into digital, and then we can manipulate them, including crafting. It works, solids, fluids, everything we want. So we're gonna make we got a controller. That's the sort of heart of the whole thing. Not much going on there now. We put the disk drive next to it. Now we can see the controller's got the disk drive going, which doesn't, cost it anything. We're going to throw a storage disk in there, and oh, it wanted cable. Okay, we may have to pick that stuff right back up. More quartz enriched iron. And what else was it? It was redstone and glass. Simple enough. All right, let's make some cables. And with these, you can, connect disparate parts of the system to each other. So we'll have to have all that in our inventory, I guess, to complete that quest. And the next thing we're going to want is a way to see inside the system and also to manipulate whatever items we store on the drive. For that, let's see, did it give us what we need? Probably not. Some storage housing, some more storage parts. That's cool. We'll use those. What's next up? Okay, grids. So we can go grid, crafting grid. That's what we want to do. Gotta make this regular grid first. And we'll need a construction core, which is a basic processor in glowstone, and a destruction core, which is a basic processor in quartz. And neither of those are too bad. We're quickly running out of quartz. We'll have to do something about that. I think we can, yes. And we'll make our construction core, and we'll make our grid. And now we want to make a crafting grid, which is just another advanced processor and a crafting table. Now with your regular grid, we can put it down here real quick and check it out. We could see whatever we happen to put in the storage. There's nothing in there now. But we could put all of that in there. And now we see there's 238 items. Each item takes up 1K. But we want to be able to craft. So we'll make a crafting grid. And now we have access to, and we can use JI to click in and out and pretty much everything we would want. And there's a way to set it to craft things automatically and also to process automatically. We're going to be getting into all of that. And the first thing we're going to do is increase the amount of storage we have available. Now I think we can just make a 4K storage part with the 1K parts they gave us and put it in a housing. And this will add 4,000, so this will go up to 5,000, which is very nice. And now we can just start filling this thing up with a lot of the stuff in these chests. So I've moved a whole bunch of things into the system. The small disk is now red. That means it's full. The other disk still has room. We're not going to be putting all of this stuff in here, but we do want to have access to all of this. So we're going to go ahead and make something called an external storage. For that, we're going to need a couple of chests. I don't know if we have one already. Oh, good, we got a normal one. There we go. And what else are we going to need? I think we're going to need a destruction core. Oh, we're going to need some quartz in there. We're going to need some more quartz. We'll have to automate getting it at some point. But for the time being, we'll just make our destruction core, make our construction core. I think we have everything. There we go. And we're going to want the wrench, I think. I've already run some cable over here connected to the system. It happens to be connected to the controller. Cable does not necessarily have to be connected to the controller. Compacting drawer here for no reason. That's weird. So let's hop down here. We're going to put this thing right here. We're going to set a priority. We want the priority to be non-zero. We want this this external storage, all of these storage drawers, as defined by the drawer controller, connecting them into in a kind of multi-block. We want those to have a higher priority than, for example, the internal storage on the disk drive. Because as we find more and more of this stuff, we're going to want to be able to just dump it straight into here or somewhere in the system and have it automatically get placed into these drawers. That's also why we want these locked when we hook them up. Otherwise, it'll just throw all kinds of random stuff in there. Now, we can see all of our resources and everything else that we have over there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see how we did with quest rewards here. We got a couple of things. Speed upgrades for refined storage. We got a bin and some more cables. I'm not complaining about any of that. That apparently solved us another quest, for which we got another speed upgrade. Cool. Next thing is auto crafting, and that's a security manager. That's not really what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, crafter. So we'll need advanced processors, destruction, construction, this whole bit. Now we might as well do this together. We don't show this in action manually very much. You can just you got to be careful shift clicking out of there. Just because it only shows one of each item, it'll make as many as it can up to a stack. So be careful about that. Whoops, my jetpack's on. Throw these in here real quick. We also need another destruction core and another construction core. I think we have enough of everything else. Okay, one crafter. Now, what I wonder is if we have the extra storage. We got a crafter manager. Yes, we do. We can make an iron crafter. The crafter is cool. You get 9 recipes that you can put in it. An iron crafter. Let's see what mod puts these in here. Okay, extra storage. So let's hope there aren't 1,000 mods named extra. Okay, here we are. So I think we have enough logs to make a chest with. There we go. And we have everything else. iron crafter has 27 slots for recipes, so that's a whole lot better. The gold crafter requires neural processors, and we'll want to be into the auto crafting by the time we get into that. But we're just going to put some crafters right back here. A wrench is how you spin them around. Next thing we are going to want to make. Let's see. We want to make recipe patterns. I forget what that block is called. I'll bet the quest line will tell us though. Storage monitor, crafting monitor. There's the crafter. Okay, it wants us to, okay, pattern grid. That's right. So we'll want to make another grid. And I will just get all of these materials together. Okay, one more machine casing. One more grid. And to make the pattern grid, I think we're going to need a pattern, which is not that bad. It's just quartz enriched iron, glass, and redstone. Oh, we're going to need some more quartz enriched iron, I guess. Where's the, there we go. Try that again. And we got a pattern. Now, auto crafting and just putting stuff in here doesn't register for the sake of the quest, so be aware. Oh, we're going to need another advanced processor. Whoops. I'll just cook one of these up real quick. There we go. One pattern grid. I'll put that down right there. Cool. We're going to have to make another crafter and another iron crafter. Always getting ahead. Ooh, that import will come in handy. Alright, and this will give us another iron crafter, which will be fine. We just need the destruction core. Very nice. This is a lot more convenient than shuffling around through chests and everything else. One more iron crafter. Very cool. Slap it down right here. It doesn't matter which way these are pointing if we're just using them to craft normal stuff. You do want them facing like that into the input of the machine that you're using if you're using them to process. Now, the first thing that I would like to automate are those little recipe, these guys. So we should teach it how to make quartz enriched iron, right? Also, oh, we're not quite ready because we don't, okay. Go ahead and make 2 of these. And what you do is you just throw them right here in your pattern grid. There's a spot for them. So if we wanted to teach it the recipe for quartz enriched iron, exact is fine for this. But we'll take it off. We're going to want to leave it off for most things. Like, we don't want exactly a Minecraft chest because we have like 70 chests in this. Now we got a pattern with quartz enriched iron on it. We press shift, we can see what it makes. We mouse over, we can see what it makes. We're going to make another one for the pattern itself. Pattern that makes a pattern. We're going to throw them in here. And now if we go in here and search for pattern, we see that it says craft. So we can make some. We'll just make 2. We need some glass. Now remember that importer we got? We're going to take this redstone furnace and we're going to make that down and still have it set to auto. The import allows you to bring things into the system. It has a kind of a sister block, the exporter, which I'm sure you can guess what that does. Not rocket science. But we're just gonna go ahead and dig right down under here. We're gonna put our importer right there. Very good. We're gonna run a little, maybe not right here. Move it around a little bit. Let me run some cable. Okay, I think this will be fine. We'll put, we need one. Oh, we don't need that one anymore. Cool. And now, with that set up, we should be able to just, I need some sand. There's a little bit of sand. Can I grind up gravel into sand? Let's find out. Looks like we can grind it up into something. Into sand. Now you saw, it didn't go in here. It's going in here. Whoops. And then we can just sit here and watch it count up as it processes. All very cool. We got more fancy rewards here. Ooh, advanced processors, another importer. Improved processors, some more cables. We're gonna put the other importer right where this chest used to be. And we're gonna pick up our induction smelter. And now we can use our wrench to flip this boy around. Put the induction smelter on top. Cover this up. Change the configuration. Now we got the same thing set up for our induction smelter. Now what we want to do is have, like, for instance, be able to put gravel in here to get sand. That will then go into the redstone furnace automatically. So we're going to want a couple more crafters, but before I do that, I'm going to have to run to the nether and get some more quartz. Okay, nether quartz got. Now I didn't want to show this. We could just throw it in here on top of those 21. But if we put it in here, what we should see, and 21. This thing not, it's connected. I know I have the priority set. It'll sort itself out, I'm sure. Now we can see everything that that's hooked up. We got the external storage. Weird. I know it does this. It just doesn't seem like it wants to do. Do it manually. That'll be fine. Weird. So what I'd like to do is automate. I want to automate crafters first. We'll make some recipes first. We'll make some patterns first, is what I'm trying to say. We can make 10 of them. We can make 10 of them. Wonderful. So we're going to start to automate here. Here's a recipe for an advanced processor. We're just going to throw it in there. And we do need two. Oh, we have two. Very good. We'll need the recipe anyway. We're also, let's switch back over here. We're also going to want recipes for construction cores, for destruction cores. We're going to want it for machine casings, and definitely not exact. It'll use any stone type that we have. And then for the crafter itself, right so far, Let's throw all those in there. And then to automate the iron crafter, we will have to teach it how to make a chest, huh? You know, for now I'm just gonna throw a bunch of chests in here. There we go. And now, if we went in here and called up an iron crafter, this is everything it's gonna need. It'll make the regular crafter first, and it's just gonna keep crafting until it's made it. So let's get some more cable. Let's make a recipe for cable. We're gonna need it. Let's get some more cable. That ought to be enough. There we go. Get our wrench. Now we're going to plop this down right on top of the redstone furnace. Use the wrench on it until it's pointed the way we want to go. Now you notice this is lit up. This is not. That's because these are not connected. Or this is not connected to the system is what I should say. But that is pretty easily solved. Just gonna run some cable to it, and we'll be good to go. Shouldn't take just a couple more pieces. Nice. Now it's all lit up. I'm gonna make another one. But first, we're gonna make a recipe for advanced processors. Right? Right. You see, processing, it's a little different. What you see here, it's going to take a raw advanced processor, feed it into something, and give us an advanced processor back. And if we toss these in the crafter, right above our redstone furnace, and call for a crafter, we'll see this thing light up. As it cooks them up, they'll go right into the system. And we got another iron crafter. Now the crafters next to each other deliver power just fine. All of these blocks deliver power to each other. Doesn't really matter what blocks we're using. So let's say we wanted to teach this thing how to make sand. We got our pulverizer recipe here with some gravel. We're going to take that out. Right click maybe? Shift click? Shift click. We're going to take that out because we don't care. We also don't want to think that this is how you make flint. We got a chance for that, but not 100%. We're going to do another one, and we'll do another one here. Sand to glass. Endstone dust. No, not endstone dust. We can put these right back in here, and you can also set these up manually, which is what we want to do. We don't want to worry about endstone dust at this point. I'm pretty sure having the non-exact would take care of that, but I'm not super sure. So let's say, I know we have glass in here already, so let's take it out. Say we want to make some glass. We call for it. You can see this is, there's flint. Okay, we have sand, so it's just putting sand in here. If we didn't have sand, it would grind up gravel. We need another importer down here. Had we another importer here, it would grind up gravel, send it to the system, and we'll make some more patterns. Another 10. We're out of iron. I'm gonna have to go get some iron. You know, I think I clicked the priority number and forgot to click the set button. I'm working just fine now. Alright, we got some more iron. And we made an importer. Get our wrench back out here. Pop this right down here. You can see it connect to the other importer. That's also fine. You don't need cable or anything special. That should do it. I'd like to be able to see what the system is doing when it's crafting. And so I think what we need is one of these crafting monitors. Okay, so it's just patterns, glass, machine casings. Okay, this doesn't look bad at all. Throw this in here. Only need it once. Automate it. There it is. Pop that down right here. Get our quest rewards. Hey! Storage parts. Now I just made a bunch of patterns for a 16K storage disk. So I'm sure we're missing at least something. Okay, we have to teach it how to make the improved processor stuff. So let's see. Very nice. We're gonna need to teach it the raw. And we're gonna need to teach it the finished. And we'll put the raw in here. And the finished in here. How are we doing? Just about done. So let's try that again. Now we can watch the progress here. You'll see that these have exclamation points. Machine doesn't accept item. Generally, that means that something else is using the machine. In this case, it's making us some glass. Now we will want to go ahead and fix this. I had it carving up some ore for us. We're going to get some better ore processing going soon and use the thermal stuff for auto crafting. Yeah, now it's cooking right along. We can see it's making these processors for us, making some glass. I'm still making patterns. Just about done. Oh, it is done. I didn't realize. Throw that in here. Greatly increase the storage, and we're gonna put most of the rest of the stuff in here. By the way, these are the 4 original acacia logs. Every time I reload the world, these have reset back to, I mean, this one stays stripped now, but, I mean, that's a, I guess I wouldn't really call it a dupe bug, but it's a bug. We've got so much plastic now. We're not gonna want for plastic. You know, it's just wood. It's not like, and you still got to process it and the whole thing. So it's not a huge deal. It's just kind of funny. Now we're certainly gonna need some wool. So I brought some sheep over, and I put it right in the spot with these fancy flowers, these aura blooms from Nature's Aura, because that tells us, even without a measuring implement, that the aura is strong here. One of the things that happens in places where aura is strong is when you breed passive mobs, not only do you get a baby, you have a chance of getting some of these spirits of birthing, and these are going to become very important to us later on. We'll be looking more into Nature's Aura later on. But for now, that's going to have to about do it for this time. So pretty psyched. We got our refined storage system going. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.